Please subscribe, like, and click the notification bell.
It got worse,
No.
but I feel like it's about to get worse. Oh! It got worse. It got worse.
Ladies who've been in long-term relationships and marriages, these single streets are no joke. You probably want to consider making it work. Welcome to Storytime with a Grown Woman. That's swag and the W is silent. As always, I'm going to thank you guys in advance from the intro, and we are going to get right into this. So, Tia Mowry is out here in these single streets looking like a clown. She is out here looking like a complete clown. She's on Instagram, she's on Twitter, she's on all her social medias posting, and people are literally tired of her posting. She's out here thinking she's gonna post thirst traps, and no man cares. No man. And this can be a valuable lesson, and it can also be a hoorah for KS, Kevin Samuels. He always talked about marriage. He always talked about making it work. But no, nobody wanted to listen to him. Well, Tia Mowry was just on this show here, Chris GQ Perry. I have no idea who he is, so don't get in my comments telling me what I'm missing, because I don't know. I don't know him. So you can search him and go to his channel. But anyway, she was on Chris GQ Perry's show, and they talked about dating, and she went on to say that things need to go back to the way they were. Well, things need to go back to the way they were when she met or first met Corey. A time where men were trained and programmed that the women were higher value than they were. The men were trained and programmed that all they were there for was to make the money and provide. She wants to go back. What is it? MAGA, Make America Great Again. She wants to go back to that in those times, right? So yeah, she's talking about she was like courting a woman and showing her how much he appreciates her and loves her and wants her. Well, Tia, that was during the time that men did not know their value and their worth. And that is the time where KS came in. And KS, Kevin Samuels, had a following and a voice and a goal and an initiative to bring the Black family home unit together. Well, in the midst of that, he was training up men to be men. He was training up men to love themselves. He was training up men to value themselves and see their self-worth. And as he continued to train men, other men would talk to other men, and it just continued to escalate. And now these men are doing very, very well. So that time that you want to go back to where men didn't have their self-worth, well, you're not going back to that time, because men know who they are now. Okay, so yeah, so she went on to say, like courting a woman and showing her how much he appreciates her and loves her and wants her. And then she says something to the effect of men think they are the prize. And this simp guy, well, you know what he said? He agreed with her, and he went on to reference something in the Bible where it says men will be lovers of themselves, in which that had nothing to do with the male species. Okay? That had to do with men, people in general, not just the men. But when you have those simps who cater to women and who don't hold the women accountable, this is what you can expect. So yeah, he wanted to reference that scripture to just men. And she was like all in agreement with that. So I was like, I get so sick of this. So sick of this. But one thing I do enjoy is when I make a prediction. Now, I like when I make a prediction and I'm right. I do not like when I make a prediction and I'm wrong. Okay? So, let's look at the prediction that I made October of 2022 on my other channel, Blabbing with Yo-Yo, and we're going to come back. Okay? Have you heard the shocking news? No one saw this coming. Mowry, one half of the famous twin sisters Tia and Tamara, is divorcing her husband Corey Hardick after 14 years of marriage. They share 2 children together and are requesting joint custody. The kicker is there's no prenup, so Tia is requesting the courts not to award spousal support to either party, and we know Corey doesn't have the money to pay spousal support to Tia, so this role will definitely be reversed, and as a typical woman, Tia doesn't want to have to pay up. How long, guys, do you think it'll take her to realize she screwed up by splitting up her home? I don't know, guys. So yeah, I asked the question, how long will it take before Tia realizes she effed up? So it's at this moment, October 3rd, not even a full year later, Tia has realized that she effed up. She effed up. And again, I get so tired of these simps who don't hold these women accountable. They want the clicks, they want the views, so you know they're going to side with the women. But at the end of the day, that's just what it is. But ladies who are in long-term relationships, who are in long-term marriages, let me tell you, these single streets are no joke. Okay, we are living in a world, and I've said it in tons of videos, where social media it rules, and you see these couples, you see they're happy, you see they're laughing, you see they're smiling, but you see they are social media influencers. They are attempting to get clicks and views. They are attempting to get that money. Okay, you're only seeing what we see on the cameras. You are not seeing real life. Okay, these social media influencers are not showing you what it really is to be in a relationship. And you have got to stop banking on that, okay? You've got to stop looking at your single friends and thinking that everything is cool with them. Because when they go home, they're sad that they don't have somebody to go home to. You've got to stop thinking that because you've been with somebody so long, both of you have become complacent. You have to find that life. You have to find that balance and just bring it back. That man was who he was when you met him, and you was who you were when he met you. But along the lines, you know what happened? Life is what happened. And it's so unfortunate that we are living in this time where it's all about the glitz and the glamour and the fun. But that's not life. That's not marriage. That's not relationships. It's not always fun, ladies. So we as women have got to know and understand that men would never, and I need you to listen to me, men would never go back. Oh, okay, I put it like this. The men you want would never go back to that man that they was trained to be as a kid. That man, you know, I can remember when, I don't remember the saying, you know, verbatim, but it was always, girls, the sugar and spice and everything nice, And you know, the guy was like nothing, you know. And men, it's so unfortunate that men were raised and trained to not be anything. They were always like the lower of the totem pole. It was always the woman on top. It was never anything about the man. But Hunte, these men are finding themselves, and due to social media, they are able to learn from other men. You have the red pill community. You just have all these channels where men can get information. And they're learning who they are. They're making more money. They're starting their own businesses. Like, they are doing the damn thing, and they're doing it without a woman. So, honey, it would not go back to where Tia was referencing, that time where, you know, the man would come with the flowers and put his coat over a water puddle. You know, the guys that did that a lot of women called corny. I can remember those days. I can remember the day where, after I grew up, I had a guy to do that, and I was like, who does that? Yeah. So to get to that more than likely won't happen with the man that you desire. So, ladies, if you are in long-term relationships, long-term marriages, reconsider these streets. They are not where it's at. It is not the same way it was 10, 15, 20 plus years ago. Let's talk about it in the comments, guys. What do you think is going to happen with these long-term relationships? Do you think women are going to open their eyes and stop divorcing and stop leaving their homes because they think the streets are better? Let's talk about it. And as always, thank you so much for listening to Storytime with the Grown Woman. That's Swag, and the W is silent. And if you haven't, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification so you'll know when I upload a video. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.